Hi everyone. Right, I'm just going to be making another flower. I keep getting asked about these flowers. Now I've got some centres here and I've just chosen those three. These I do sell in the store. Some I just buy for myself. And these I've had in the store. And I'm waiting for them to come back in. But you need some felt. This is what you're going to need. You're going to need a little bit of felt or something for a backing. You can use chipboard if you want. You don't have to use felt. You're going to need some lace for the centre. I've chosen this as well to make a flower as well, which is a nice, I'm not sure what they call that one. This I have in the store, or I had. I think I've still, excuse me, I think I've still got some in. And these are what are just scraps that I've cut off something else, but I'm going to make them, you know, into a flower. So I've got three little scrappy bits that I don't want to waste. I never waste anything. Here's the satin material. It's nice, like a salmon pink. It's beautiful, that. I love that. And then I've got this one, which was slightly different because it's darker on one side than the other. And we're going to see if we can make this one first. So I might need two pieces. They're just scraps that I had left, and I thought, well, I'm not going to waste them. Don't worry about them being like, you know, creased or anything like that. I'm just going to chop this one in half. Down the middle. Let's do it that way. Okay. We just cut it straight down the middle. And then take one and fold it in half again. And I'm just going to hold on to it while I cut it because I want to make sure it's... Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect or even or anything like that. We just need strips. Now I noticed in the video that I did of the wild rose yesterday, or the day before was it, that the camera was a little bit too close. So what I've done is I've raised the camera up again a little bit. You know, but I get so many messages and... Fiona, can you lift the camera up? Fiona, can you lower the camera? It's just hard to get the exact thing that people are looking for. Now, I'm just folding this in half, and I'm going to fold it in half until I've got it half, half, and half again. And then what you do is we start on the edge and we make a petal shape. Like that. This is another wild rose, and I do like... What did I drop something then? I do like doing this type of flower. So you've just got like a crown. I call it the crown. So I'm going to do that again with this one. Well, first of all, I'm going to straighten this one up as well because it's a little bit wonky. Just like that, cut the end off. And then what we're going to do is to... cut that, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Please, please, never worry and faff about trying to get something to, you know, be perfect. We don't do things like that. Oh, sorry, do put your glue gun on because it does help. So we've got that. Now, need the flamethrower again. And what I'm going to do, I might need to put some more just to burnish the ends. If it turns and flips up or flips down, good. Doesn't matter, doesn't have to. We just need to burnish the ends. And it stops any fraying, although it doesn't matter if it frays as well. But on this particular one, I don't want a lot of fraying. Like that. So we've done that, that's fine. And we'll do the same with this one. And I think this is going to be a nice, full flower. Like that. Then what we do is we take our... Now I did have it. Maybe that's what I dropped. My needle. I've got my thread. Remember, that was a wild rose we did the other day. I think I did drop it. I did. It's on the floor. Sorry. My needle. Okie dokie smoky. Now, I always use dark thread. One, because you lot can see it. And two, is because you hide it anyway when you're putting it together. And I use a long needle. You can get the needles on eBay. Just put in long sewing needle and it should come up. And mine's about 3 inches. I do have them longer, of course. Just put a knot in the end, and then what we're going to do is to do the normal running stitch. And this is quite thick, this particular one with the dark background is quite thick, and it's a nice champagne colour, which makes a gorgeous vintage flower. Okay, so we're just going to do that. And then just get our running stitch going. There we go, just keep that going. Well, Raymond's just come in from the shops and I hope he's going to make me a nice cup of coffee. Right, let's have a look. There we go. And so we've got that. Now what I'm going to do is you just move it down and gather it slightly. You put your little gather in it. So just move it down. Flip that back. Just move that down like that. And then what I'm going to do is just to sew that off at the end. Just give it a couple of tacking stitches. Oh, never mind that. That won't matter. Snip that. Take your felt. And you want a good 1.5 inch circle. Sort of. Something like that. And then we're going to start with a flat end. We'll have to a little bit flat there. And just pop a little bit of glue on the edge. And you're going on the edge of the felt. Now, keep this as gathered as it is, so flip it over, like that, and then just, this is one anybody can do. When you're doing it, although it's gathered, gather it again, just give it a pinch, and fix it on like that, okay? So turn that over, give it a pinch, and fix it on like that. So you're actually gathering it on there as well. Let's turn, with it being gathered and heavy material that I'm using, it's quite fidgety, but it will work. So we put that on like that. Sorry, just a minute. And then pinch it. Just pinch it in place. Like that. And and then go over that. You're going to go over that. So just keep that going, pop that on, and as you pop it on, give it a pinch and pull it into place. It doesn't matter that we've gathered it, joined it to the other piece either, that's nothing. See, doesn't matter about it. You just need to get that in place now, like that. And again, keep going round and round and you're bringing it in slightly, like that. It's a beautiful flower, is this one. So what we're going to do is just gather that up a little bit, bring that in, like that. And then with the remainder, hopefully it will go to the end, you know, so it'll double over again. Just take it like that. That's better actually, to work it like that. In like that. Okay, so we've got that. What I'm going to do with this little bit here is just snip that a bit to make that lie flat. So you've got that. Now you take this one, which you need to cut about 8 inches. Take your thread, and although it's gathered, we're going to gather it up. See, like I say every time, I love the flounce in a flower. A flower looks more natural when it's done with more gather. And you can see this all over the internet now, all over YouTube. People making flowers are now doing it with a lot of gather in them. Whereas before, and I know certain ones are doing them, but if you look at the flowers originally, then look what they've done since I've been watching these. They do look better with a lot of gather. And I've noticed a lot of people's flowers improve. So there we go. And all we're going to do is we put those two ends together. Do a couple of running stitches. I'm not pulling mine tight, so it's like I've got a gap in the middle. See? On this particular one, don't pull it tight. You need to leave a little gap in the middle, and you'll see. So then we trim that. We're going to glue this. I'm just going to touch of glue. Like that. And then we'll put the little bit of gather, so that lays perfectly flat. Put your glue on the back, and then you pop that into the centre of your flower, like that. And I think this one, I'm not sure which middle we want. I like that, because we're not finished with it yet. We've got a lot to do. And I think we're going to go for that. And go for the bigger one. Yeah. So now we've got that. Put that to one side. Just pop my needle up so I don't lose it. Now, what I'm going to do is I need about that to make a flower from this one. So put that to one side. And then I've got this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it straight. I'll use my bigger scissors. Oh no, I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use this one. That was what I said, didn't I? Right, so what I'm going to do with this one, yeah. Let me just rethread my needle. I've changed my mind. Going back to my original idea. So I'll just get some new thread. Cheers, Ray. Let's pull that in. I've got some of this. Now, I need to cut about 4 inches. So cut your sections at 4-inch intervals, roughly. Take your needle and thread and gather it. And these, have, fortunately for me, has got a hold in the bottom of the scallop. So I'm just using that to do what I want it to do. Okay? Then gather that up. Run the needle back through. And what you're doing, I call them tufts. You're making tufts of material. And that's, I've not heard that anywhere. That's my word. That's the way I describe it when I'm teaching my grandchildren. Just tufts of material. So what we do is, we cut that, and then we take that tuft, because it's gathered, we put a little bit of glue on the back of it, and then you tuck that in there, like so. Okay. Again, we need to just do several of these. I'm just going to do this again. Oopsie daisy. Oh, knot's not big enough. Just do another knot. It's because I'm using whole material, look. I'm trying to get the needle to thread. Okay, there we are. That will do. So again, just go through the pattern that's already there. And like I say, none of these flowers that I make are hard. They're not. They're so easy to make. It's using your imagination and giving them a little bit of a flair. And that's all it is, basically. Right, so we've got that one. Pop a little bit of glue on it. Spin that round. So you're going to do 3, basically. Like that. See? I'm going to put the next one here. Now, you know, when you see these in stores, and not that you see them exactly the same, you don't. You do not, shall I say. But when you do see, like, fancy flowers in stores, it's only because somebody's had a harebrained idea to make it look fancy. And that's, you know, they make it look hard, but it's not. But it's because they've just added a little touch to it. And it's never much. This is just thinking about what you want and adding that to your project. Sometimes people don't, they're not adventurous with what they're doing with their flowers or whatever it is. So 1, 2, 3, that one sits in there. And it's not through not knowing what to do. I think a lot of it is through shyness and, you know. Right, now we've got this again, and we're just going to make 3 more. So like I said, they're about 4 inches. There we go, like that. There we go. Like that. Now we're doing it at the top. This is the top bit, so you're doing the top layer. Did I do that under the bottom layer? Oh, I did. Like a silly hole. Never mind. I'm going to do this under the top layer of lace. So we just stick that in there, push it right in. Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that already. It's going to be a big flower, yes. But, what a gorgeous flower it's going to look. I might have to take that other one out, actually. Because we need to see that material. I popped that in the wrong place. Sorry, that was my fault. And we just pop it back in. We need it underneath. Now, let me just see. Oh, it crossed over 3 times, silly hole. Silly hole. There you go. It's done. Oh, my phone. Do you know, it keeps making all these silly noises, and I don't know what for. It's a new phone, and we upgraded. And, I don't know what all these bleeps and sounds mean. It's all linked up to everything else, and to be honest, it's annoying. Having all these little noises come through. One's emails, one's something on YouTube. Oh, it's annoying, my God. They don't all do it, because I'm sat here sometimes and there's like messages coming through on the computer but not on the phone, and then other times it's coming through the phone and not on the computer. My. I had a good chuckle earlier on. Somebody's put up about they put like a load of script up, and it's talking about things we used to do, and like riding bikes outside. We came home when the street lights went out, you know, and that sort of thing. Just the olden days to what it is today. And then at the end it says the kids reading that today should feel realise just how brave and great we were. Because they've got everything done for them today, haven't they? We used to do it all. Play out, make your own friends and whatever. And I just think, you know, when you look back, it lists the whole things that they have today that they didn't have then. And yeah, things have moved on, which is fantastic. But the kids today don't have a clue how we were, sort of thing. And it's because everything's done for them, more or less, and they don't have. I mean, they're really lazy, some kids today, I have to say. I know that quite a few. We've got children that won't go out and play when it's windy because of the wind. Get out there. Get out there. Get some fresh air in your lungs. Get your fingers rested from your computers. Do you know, there were maybe hard times when we were younger, but they were fun. I've got good memories. How many kids have got good memories today? All they can remember is sat in front of a TV or going on a computer. That's not good, is it? It's not. What memories? And the only way they speak is by texting. Funny. It is funny. Right, what I'm going to do now is, like I said, I was going to take this one, and again, I'm going to cut this into, 3 inch, I think. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to need 3 for the bottom and 3 for the top. Now that's not going to work, so I might not need, I will need to cut this. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not going to do a flower. Not a big one anyway. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly wrap these together. Now, do you know what? I'm going to cut these down, I think. Just cut them down. So that's 1, 2, sorry. That's for the top. I'm going to cut them down for the top. 3, and then these larger ones will need to stick out more, so we'll sort that out. Let's get these done quickly. So we'll just quick running stitch. Oopsie daisy, nearly lost my needle. Nearly gave myself a belly button piercing. Right, okay, that's that one done. All we do is glue it. Oh God, running out of glue. Come on, Fee. Oh. Now, in between these bottom ones, we're going to put in this one. In like that. Push it down and then push it in like that. And it gives it a whole new look. It's just gorgeous. So bear with me. I will be as quick as I can doing this. And the scalloped edge is there, so just make sure we do the right one. Like that, very quickly, just scan. Get these. Ow! Look! Oh! Ow! That hurt. I stuck that needle right in myself. You silly woman, Fiona. Look, it's going to bleed now, isn't it? Oh, a bloody rose. Come on, Fee, pull yourself together. Right, so. Again, turning the flower round and into there. We need to do that. Oh, it's getting blood. Honest to God. Can never do naught right, me. And again. There we go. Once more through there, that'll do. Again, I turn this around underneath and we slot that in there like that. Look at that, shabby flower or what? And I know, like I say, it's a big one, but if you wanted a smaller one, you cut everything down smaller. You will do that size lace rather than the double one. Oh, that size lace. Come on. Now this is going underneath this section. Well, put the knot in it, Fee. Come on. It all glued up. Ugh. There we go. Pop in the glue. Now in between, that's where you're going to stick that in there. See that? Isn't that pretty? Really, really pretty. What it is get the right side, the right type of laces that mix well together. So here we go. Let's just do this one. Should have another one somewhere. There. That's it. Don't waste these bits. You never know where they're going to come in handy. I hope you've been seeing this. I hope you have. Can you see? I'm not sure. I hope so. Be annoyed if you won't. Or can't, should I say. Right, again, take this out here and pop that just in there. And then we've got one more to do here. Hopefully the camera will last and I will be able to share this flower with you properly. And just go over what we did. There we go. And in that section, that is going to go like that. And that is what you call a very, well, it's a, I'm just going to glue this on a little. Right, sorry, the camera cut out. I just did an extra piece on the left hand side of the flower because it looked a little bit odd. But look, so what we've done is we've taken a circle of felt. We then cut some strip. I mean, if you can do it in one strip, that's great. But you cut a strip, fold it up, shape it, burnish it off with a lighter or whatever it is you're going to do. And if that material needs it, I would do it. This isn't the type of flower you need threads everywhere. It's a shabby flower, but it's not that type of flower. It needs to be elegant, and this is what you call an elegant rose. And then what you do is, the material you've gathered, shaped and gathered, you wrap around this felt until you get to the middle. Well, not till you get to the middle. You need to leave a gap, at least an inch gap. Make yourself a lace flower, and you put that with a gap in the middle on top of this beige, you know, of the material. And then when you've done that, cut 4-inch strips of your main one, which is the darker colour, and 3-inch strips of the cream. You need a lighter one to go with the main one to get this type of look. And doesn't that look, it looks like an expensive flower, handmade flower. And I'm sure that if you bought it in the high streets, especially in London, for that particular flower, you'll be paying £24 for. I sell this type, and you've got to take into a... what you've got to do is you take into account of the maker, how long it was took to make, the work that went in to get it to look like that, the materials you've used. And when you add all that up, yes, some flowers are, you know, sold expensively. I sell this one for about £3.50. It's got a beautiful centre, which is not one of those. It's not, these are the 50p ones. It's not one of those. It did cost me 99p, that one, to get that. And then, like I say, the materials and the time, and yeah, but I sell those for £3.50, and I would more than be willing to pay that for a handmade flower, knowing it's put together perfectly, and then you could wear that anywhere, whether it be on your clothing or on a bag or some sort, you know, something like that. So I hope you like that. It's been nice bringing you things like this that you can do and share. And you know, and you can pass on. I don't know where to put another one of those in, actually. No, I don't know. It's nice like that. I like it. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye for now.